right, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans, Droids, the Caddy Booty Coneheads, it's great seeing you as well. We can't miss you, those massive foreheads from even a mile away. Come on in, come on in. Hope you guys are ready for the weekend. For those in the US of A, hopefully you're excited for a 3-day weekend. And if you're watching this in another year, another time, well, I hope things are going well at that point in time as well. Today, we're talking about the brand new buff that's happening to Lord Vader's team. Let's give you the quick 2-second breakdown. All right, maybe give me a couple extra seconds on top of it. So even before we got our hands on Scorch, it was clear that Lord Vader was still struggling against some common counters that existed before the new age of dark side clones. Well, the developers gave us a pretty hefty notice early on that they're going to be investigating Lord Vader specifically against Mon Mothma and Bo-Katan Mandalore. Common counters again. I think they're a little too laser focused on Fennec, and they forgot that there was like 5 million counters to Lord Vader. Well, they responded in turn with an update that just happened not too long ago that is buffing the Lord Vader team. They're going to be targeting Scorch specifically, which brings some of the things I said that is missing in 5v5 that exists in the 3v3 Omicron for CX2. And this does kind of a few things. Now they kind of put a larger blanket on this team in regards to stopping turn meter trains, because that was one of the biggest issues Lord Vader had. If he gets someone cleanse the damage over times, the dazes, they'll just roll your boat, rowing over Lord Vader. Can we stop having him be trash? Well, we're about to see. Classic nursery rhymes, right? Anyways, here's what they added to the Lord Vader team now with this recent buff. On the Zeta upgrade, they added the following to Scorch's following protocol, his unique ability. If there are no galactic legend enemies. So right there, we're kind of saying we're making a blanket statement here, not just like if there is an opposing Mon Mothma or whatever. At the start of each encounter, enemies are inflicted with 2 stacks of damage over time for 2 turns, which guess what? Can't be copied, dispelled, evaded, resisted, etc., right? Well, this is gonna stop a very obvious thing, turn meter trains, but it also does something a little bit more than just do that. But let's keep moving forward here, and we'll actually show this in action. This should preserve Lord Vader and DSCT's performance in the Geo meta and remove unintended counters specifically around turn meter trains. However, there was the other thing of Bo-Katan Mandalore. I don't know if this fix is gonna, or this buff is gonna do as much towards Bo-Katan. It's gonna be kind of hard to show it right now until we get some grand arena action to turn on all the Omicrons here, but this is more in relation to what was going on with Bo-Katan Mandalore, where they fixed an issue where Scorch was taking damage from dramatic entrances, true damage. There's a couple other little bugs that were going on apparently of Scorch. Listen, people, we literally paid them to test their game. Come on, nothing new about that. So I want to show these few things in action, talk about the implications of all this and how really, yes, it shuts down turn meter trains, but it does something that addresses a problem that I've been having, many others have been having, as we were building up the dark side clone, specifically getting Order 66 out there a little bit easier. While we're here and we're talking about CG fixing their game, I said CG fix their game, Gary! Thank you. Let's go ahead and play this in the background. I just want to nudge CG that, okay, it's cool, you're addressing the latest paywall team in Galaxy Heroes, you're helping them out. Can we actually help the rest of the people play your game? In case, I want to just make this known for people. It's been a thing for about a week now. In case you're playing on like an Android device, Google account, whatever, and you're having a hard time playing, there's a workaround to get back in the game. No permanent fixes out as far as I can see so far. But just really quick, if you're having an issue, you sign out of Google Play, load the game as a guest account. You might need to complete the onboarding tutorial. Once completed, go to settings, connect, import account, use your email address, complete the account owner verification. It should reboot the game and load your account. But in the meantime, until they fix their game, I just want to remind them, fix your game! Don't you just love those good weekend vibes that I put out there? So anyways, let's move beyond this and talk about the fix, the buff, whatever you want to call this for Lord Vader's team. So the thing I want to bring up here is the implications of making Order 66 so much easier to apply now more than ever before. Now remember when we did our first look at Scorch, the problem with this breaching charge, first and foremost, you got to make sure Scorch is fast enough to get out there. He's not the fastest dark side clone, get the damage over time, but the problem is he has some pretty garbage potency, which makes it hard to land those 2 damage over time. So we still kind of are having a problem getting Order 66 to apply. Well, we do have this that really is nice. Whenever someone dispels the taunt on him, he's going to inflict Order 6/6. So this is like the best way to get Order 6/6, but now he's got technically a second way of doing it. And that's through the buff on the Zeta, where as we see now at the start of each encounter, Scorch taunts, and if there are no Galactic Legends, no enemy Galactic Legends, inflict 2 stacks damage over time on all enemies for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled, evaded, or resisted. So what does this mean? Yes, when you have damage over time in the enemy team, Lord Vader essentially just stops turn meter gains, right? And where is it? Is it the My New Empire, right? We don't got time to read all this stuff here. Somewhere deep inside the bowels of this kit. Long story short, when there's damage over time, you can't get turn meter, right? Well, that's going to be a big issue for things like Mon Mothma. But the other thing that happens through Twisted Prophecy, when Lord Vader starts his turn, he's inflicting the enemy of 2 damage over time effects. So 2 plus Unshackled Emotions drops another 4, that's 6. But the thing is, at the very start of the encounter, Scorch is applying what? Already the 2 irresistible damage over times before anything else even happens. What does that put you at? I had to count my fingers, I had to triple check. That puts you at 8 damage over time. 2 from Lord Vader's unique, 4. Listen, there's a reason why I'm not a teacher, okay? And then another 2 from a Scorch. So that puts it 8 damage over times, which now means that Oppo, pretty much turn 1, is able to apply Order 66 because now the enemy has 8 stacks damage over time. So we stop the turn meter gains right from the very get-go because of Scorch getting damage over time. We get 8 stacks a lot easier, which now means against non-Galactic Legend teams, it's going to be very easy to get Order 66 out now more than ever, which kind of brings a little bit of that feeling the Datacron has for Oppo, where you get Order 66 fairly quickly, fairly early, making it a lot more complicated, not just for Mon Mothma. We'll see about Bo-Katan, but even other non-Galactic Legend teams, they're going to have a bit of a harder time because Order 66 is going to get out there so much faster. So let's show this in the application real quick. We're going to do a non-Datacron battle real quick. Thanks to Rick and Tony for pulling it off here. I just want to put it out there. The Datacron is a whole different ballgame. We're not going to talk about it. It's going to be gone in a couple months, but yeah, Lord Vader with the Datacron, absolutely nuts. But the thing is, the Datacron's going to go, so let's see what this actually looks like here. So I want to bring up Mon Mothma, which was one of the forefront concerns that a lot of people had regarding this team, mainly because once Lord Vader does the damage over times, the dazes, well, Kyle Katarn cleanses it, and off they go to the races. So let me just show you what this looks like, and I'm not even going to throw a Datacron on Mon Mothma for same reasons like I just explained for Lord Vader. I don't want to put any Datacrons on here because then it's going to skew what I'm just trying to show the base level of how this works. So we get, all right, Luthen, of course, the greatest Relic 9 I've ever done, pow, and then we got to get Hoth Rebel Scout. So remember, this is the problem that existed. So Lord Vader did his opening play, got the dazes damage over time, so the problem was, pretty quickly, he would dispel all debuffs on all Rebel Fighter allies. Yeah, and keep in mind, Blue Milk Run, he gets 10% turn meter for each other Rebel Fighter ally. So, you know, if you let's just, I don't even have him like super sped out of his mind right now, but let's just quickly show you what his effective opening turn meter would be. So you divide that by, what is it? So they get 30% turn meter, the team, right? Okay, all right, so let's just divide it by 0.7. So effectively, his opening speed is about 434 speed, right? Well, now he's not even going to get this turn meter game. And I'll show some other examples, non-Galactic Legend examples of even bigger turn meter gains out there. So here we go. Send it off to the race, and let's show you what it looks like, all right? Damage over time already locked in. And Kyle Katarn, he's not moving. He did not get that opening turn meter gains that we talked about. And basically, the team's just getting rolled over. See, like, technically, Kyle should have outran Luthen, but because turn meter just completely got shut off, it just went by whoever has the highest base speed. And now Luthen gets this moving. And I'm not even sure who got the Order 66, but if we got Order 66 on Scout, I can't bring him back. So, you know, you're kind of left in a tough pickle at this point where you can't really, you know, I could try to get some, let's just do this. I got speed up, okay, but now we're stuck behind Scorch. I'm able to assist, so like, watch, I can cleanse the damage over, or the dazes, but I still am stuck with the 2 damage over times. I can't get turn meter, even if I had Hoth Rebel Scout. Look at Pow. Look, let me try to get a revive. There we go, we got the revive. So maybe someone else had Order 66, wasn't paying attention too much. But all right, so now we lost the damage over time. So technically Scout can get turn meter, but still we can't get anything on the rest of the gang here. See, like you see, look, Scout got the turn meter gain, no one else is getting it. Look at Pow, he's not getting his turn meter gains. It's just not happening. Now, maybe you can get to a good situation where eventually the damage over times drop and the opposing team is just a straight up idiot. They couldn't kill anyone in time. it's not looking as good as it was before. Again, barring Datacrons, you know, I don't know if Omicrons make that much of a difference for Luthen. We'll have to wait and see. But wow, huge difference. Let me show you a more extreme example of Terminator gains, right? So let's go ahead. Look, BB-8, right? BB-8's got some of the most insane Terminator gains when you're in a full droid lineup. So let's go ahead, get Shorty in the club, bottles full above. Yeah, I don't really care. It doesn't matter too much what I'm bringing in here for right now. Yeah, sure, R2. All right, so BB-8, in most situations out there, he's able to just get out there immediately. Tons of Terminator. Droid allies gain 8% Terminator for each active droid ally. So, all right, so that's 8 times 5. So that's 40% Terminator. My BB-8's at 297. So let's just show what that looks like. So that's going to be 297 divided by, what did I say? What was it, 40% Terminator, right? Yeah, so that's going to be divided by 0.6. So effectively, we have a Terminator starting speed of 495, assuming the Terminator would work, right? Well, it's not going to work. Watch it. Like, normally the droids just outrun everybody. Not anymore. Can't do it. Not saying Shorty was a counter to Lord Vader. I'm just showing, look, basically, looks like we're actually kind of looked like we actually still got our Terminator gains here, huh? Actually, this is a little bit different than I was expecting. We're still getting out there fast. It could be because of all the additional speed that Shorty, I believe her lead provides an extra couple effects here, huh? Let's do like one more. Let's do one more example here. Let's say, I don't know, just do this real quick. But again, can't. I cleansed off the days and whatnot, but I'm still stuck with damage over time, and they're probably gonna still roll me. But anyways, I'm not gonna run this whole battle because, well, they're likely gonna get their butts completely rocked right now. All right, there we go. Oh, BB-8 there. All right, he's gonna revive again through Shorty. All right, let me double check real quick. Maybe the 35 extra speed got me out there. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Like that time we got Terminator, huh? Unless BB-8's Terminator kicked in a little bit earlier, actually. Hold on. Ooh, what's another non-galactic legend team that has a preload on Terminator? Oh man, Queen Amidala, right? Queen Amidala. Let me double check real quick. Was it a Loyal Bodyguard or is it this right here? Somewhere in here. It might be, hold on, I can't remember which one it is. Someone gives her the opening Terminator, assuming, oh, Dr. Afra. But Dr. Afra might be a good example, right? She gets Terminator through BT and Trip. So let's go get BT Trip, right? And then let's see, I don't know. I don't really care too much about the rest of these. Yeah, sure, whatever. Dark Side Scoundrels. All right. So let's see if maybe, wouldn't it be funny if they only stopped the Kyle-Katarn Terminator? Yeah, so here we go. We didn't get it here. Didn't get it here. Yeah, all right, wow, complete wreckage. Yeah, normally Dr. Effa could just get out there right away, do her thing. Wow, wowza, Joe wowza. Let me see, let's do one more. Let's bring up that Queen Amidala here. But the point goes to show, there are so many teams that have a preload Terminator boost, and I don't know about the droid thing. That seemed like we were still crazy fast. But otherwise, yeah, we are gonna have a bit of an issue trying to get out there, trying to jump the gun, trying to get ahead of Lord Vader. Doesn't seem like it's gonna work the same anymore. All right, let's just try this real quick. See if there's anything to show here. All right. Yeah, no one's gonna get any opening Terminator with this situation. And we're basically just gonna sit here for a while. And finally, we taking a turn. We're going up. And this seems not gonna really do much here. But again, this goes to show that it's gonna get a little bit more challenging. Look at that. They got the Order 66 out there so much faster, able to ignore the Handmaiden's decoy. Yeah. So that gets the point across there. But now the question is, all right, what about Bo-Katan Mandalore? All right, Bo-Katan Mandalore. I did a few battles here. The problem is it's really hard to come to a final judgment because of a few things. Well, 3 things for Bo, 1 thing for Lord Vader. We're missing out on the 3 Omicrons, right? For Bo-Katan Mandalore. We're also missing out on the 1 Omicron that Scorch has. And, you know, the Scorch is going to be a lot thicker with the Omicron, and also he provides that savior mechanic if you decide to try to blitz down Oppo, CX2, this guy's clone trooper. But I think if you're bringing in Bo-Katan Mandalore, you probably want to blitz down Scorch anyways, because you don't want to go through all this. And also, you can't kill off Oppo anyways until Lord Vader's gone, right? So you gotta, there's all these different loops that you gotta, or hoops that you gotta jump through here. So let me just roll this one real quick. Without the Datacrons, no Omicrons. Show you what it's like. Even without the Omicrons, it looks like Bo-Katan can get pretty close to something here. But man, look at this opening play. Explosive. But watch, in a moment, because we have, look at that, 6-2. Let's go ahead and take a quick little poop here. All right. And let's see. All right. Oh, we're going to look at it. All right. Yeah, we're getting, all right. Oh, boy, Mando. Not a good opening play. Can you tell? Not really good. Not the best here. Well, geez, they're kind of stuck in a pickle right now. I can't really call anyone of value to assist here. Oh gosh, I don't even like this opening play already. I don't know, just take care of Grogu. I don't care. We're still stuck at those 2 damage over times right now. Okay, let's see. All right, now we're gonna try to turn this around. Unfortunately, Beskar Mando wasn't in his number 2 poop stance here, so we're not getting much. But hey, look at that. We have Bo-Katan Mandalore getting Order 66. That was primarily because we dispelled the taunt on Scorch. But all I'm trying to show is that it feels easier, more than ever, to get Order 66 out because of Scorch, because of his unique ability of doing 2 things. First and foremost, dispelling the taunt. Secondly, being able to get 8 stacks damage over time out there a lot sooner for them, right? And I still got to go here because remember, you can't kill off Oppo because he has Coruscant Underworld Commander. Let's see, let's just do this real quick. Give me a buff dispel. See if we can try to take him down. They're going pretty hard on Bo-Katan. Yeah, we don't like that. Yeah, that Order 66 is brutal. I don't know, drop it on Grogu. It still annoys me to this day. Mando can't target other Mandalorians. Really annoys the hell out of me. Still, we're gonna go straight for a Scorch, but man, he's a thick cookie. He's a thick cookie, and I don't know, man, if Bo's gonna get that Order 66 so quickly, that makes this highly concerning. All right, we're gonna try again for another poop stance here. Let's see, they're staying off Bo-Katan for the moment. Yeah. And all right, they're back on him. Ooh, let's see. Oh boy, they're being idiots right now. I love idiots. There we go, come on. Let's get rid of the Scorch. Boy, we're having a hard time getting Mando to do this. We need to give this guy some, I don't know, some laxatives or something. All right, so Scorch is down. Let's just pretend that was Grand Arena. We don't have to worry about those passive effects, saving Oppo, CX2, this guy's Clone Trooper, but still in a situation where I can't blitz down Oppo because he's got Coruscant Commander. Can't be defeated unless Lord Vader's down. So, gotta go all over here. Let's keep pushing through. And again, we're missing out on the Omicron, which is definitely a lot of important firepower Bo's missing out here. I feel like the advantage is going to get better for Bo. Yes, Scorch has an Omicron, but I feel like barring Datacrons, Bo still should probably have a competitive side to her. It doesn't feel like a walk in the park anymore like it was pre-disguise or pre-dark side clone troopers. But just keep in mind, I think it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle more than before. Boy, it's so annoying. Anytime I get rid of damage over time, they just get all this nutty protection up trash out of. There we go. We're hanging in there for right now. Lord Vader's out of ultimate. Let's just fix the pass for the moment. He's taking a lot of heat for the moment. There we go. Come on. And now that Scorch is gone, you can feel that all of a sudden getting Order 66 kind of tanks. You know, Oppo's going to have a hard time getting it on there enough. And then you're going to have yourself, basically, you're just relying on mostly CX2 to get the job done. Come on, keep slicing. Look at that. We already have another ultimate coming in here. I mean, he's definitely a much different beast than before. Can we try to? Oh, you missed it, Bo, baby. You missed it. Oh, you had him right where you needed him. All right, let's just keep pushing, though. Yeah, come on. Let's see. All right, do we have a poop stance? All right, let's try again. Let's see if we can actually keep this poop going a lot longer than 2 seconds here. Order 66. I think that was the Sky's Clone Troopers version right there. Wow, we almost had him. Boy, that's rough. That is rough. Boy, look at all these damage over time is piling up, though. Yikes. Yeah, she's not coming back. Even if that was Grand Arena, she lost her. She's not going to get revived. Lord Vader's an ultimate. See if we can keep pushing here. Almost there, I think. But yeah, almost had him. Maybe if that Omicron Bo-Katan could have gotten the job done. It's just a little bit more complicated. Now more than ever. So again, if I throw out a Datacron, yeah, but then you got to throw on Lord Vader's Datacron if you want to play it safe. So it looks to be a little bit more challenging. I think Bo-Katan might still have a chance. Let's just say once the Datacron goes away, because let's just fight the Datacron. Whole different beast. Nobody should be basing their opinion on Lord Vader over the Datacron because it's going to be gone in a little bit. And someone's watching this a year from now, they're going to be like, wait, what the heck? Why is my Lord Vader not getting 5 million Order 66s out there? All right, let's just do one more battle here. AoE coming out. Let's just see if we can try this. But yeah, Order 6 is just going to be so much more annoying to get through. Let's see. Can we try? I don't even know if it's worth going to poop stance right now because we're way too behind at the moment. Let's go. We're going to cleanse off this damage over time, not give them an opportunity to try to get Order 66 on me here. Okay, let's see. All right, they're going for the damage unity. That's fine with me. Fine with me. All right. Come on, we have tons of armor penetration. Bo, hopefully your physical damage, right? Oh, yeah, you're physical, baby. Let's go. All in. See if we can try to slice through this a little bit easier this go around. Order 66 on Bo. She dispelled the taunt. Buff the spell. She'll probably get order. Oh, no, we didn't dispel the taunt, so that's good. We could have had Order 66 on the other Bo as well here. Come on. Boy, look at that. She's already taking some pretty hot heat. All right, let's go. Bo-Katan for the assist. Let's see if we can try to push through. It's going to be exponentially more complicated with all this here. Oh, man, they're already hitting ultimate. Too much Order 66 getting around, but at least we have 20 stacks of poop. from Mando here if I can get a turn. Let's keep working over here. Let's see if we can try to nuke him out. There we go. A little bit easier with a little extra firepower of a Datacron. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Let's see what we got here. All right, they're going still for pass vis. Let's see if we can try to... Oh, boy, so much more complicated. Yeah, there we go. All right, damage. Let's go. Damage unity on Grogu. Let him get all that bonus protection. Why not? Ooh, about to lose this bow. Grogu taking heat, but just it's so much. Look at this. Everyone's got Order 66. So this is why I always say make sure you take Datacron stuff with a grain of salt. It's really easy for it to overcompensate because I don't think a normal Lord Vader is going to have a full set of 5 Order 66s at once. So basically what I'm saying is in a vanilla world with no Datacrons, Bo-Katan with her Omicrons might have a shot, you know, a couple months down the road. But for right now, I don't think I can make any promises that Bo with the Datacron on Lord Vader is going to do much right now. Completely different battle, right? Much different battle. So that's that for now. I will say, I'm going to summarize what I said before. I prefer this Lord Vader much more than the old Lord Vader. I don't think it's going to be better than, let's say, Galactic Legend Leia. I do think I can appreciate it more than Jedi Master Kenobi nowadays, which is wild. I never thought I would say that. And it does seem like that the non-Galactic Legend game, it's going to get a little bit trickier now, more than ever, because of the addition of the beautiful buff that they added to Scorch, bringing a bit of that aspect that CX2 had in his unique ability for, what was it, 3v3 Grand Arena. He would have an undispellable damage over time, right? So there you have it, people. Let me know what you think. We got a lot more to learn about this team. We basically got to relearn the non-Galactic Legend game once we get back in Grand Arena, my friends. But the update's live, so stay tuned. If you're going into Grand Arena and you're seeing this, just know that some of the stuff you may have seen earlier in the week might not work as well. So that's going to be it. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today. Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.